everybody to this tutorial for TMS 3715, How to Overcome Anxiety. We're all experiencing anxiety, especially at this time of the year with exams coming up soon. So I decided we could have this workshop to discuss anxiety and how to overcome it. I am the presenter of this workshop, Dr. Dee Sanders, and of course, as I've said throughout the year, I always look forward to supporting you in your studies and helping you succeed. Please feel free to email me if you have any queries. My email address is esandard@unisa.ac.za. Let's begin by discussing what is anxiety. We all know what anxiety feels like, especially when exams are approaching. It's normal to feel a little nervous, but sometimes anxiety can get in the way of our success. Anxiety isn't just about feeling nervous. It happens when negative thoughts start interfering with our ability to focus on our studies. Instead of concentrating on our studies, we might find ourselves worrying about failure or thinking that we're just not prepared enough. What's important to remember is that anxiety doesn't just affect us mentally. It can also have physical symptoms. For example, you might notice that your heart is beating faster, or you might start sweating or getting headaches. These physical symptoms can make it even more difficult to concentrate and study effectively. Overcoming anxiety involves being able to do certain things. The first thing that I would like us to discuss is to understand what is causing your anxiety. Are you worried because you don't understand the content of your study guides? Or is it fear of failure that's overwhelming you? This self-reflection is crucial because it helps you figure out where the anxiety is coming from. Next, recognizing the symptoms of anxiety is important. Pay attention to how your own body and mind are responding. Are you perhaps feeling tired all the time, sleepy when studying, or constantly afraid of failing? Sometimes it might even be that you're struggling with the coursework itself. By recognizing these signs, you will be able to better manage your stress. Never hesitate to seek help. There are many resources available. You can reach out to family members for emotional support. Ask us, your lecturers, to help you in understanding difficult material or parts of the study material that you don't understand. Or even ask your fellow students to study together. There's no shame in asking for support, whether it's emotional or academic. The important thing is not to go through it alone. There are different types of anxiety that most students experience at some time, and it's important to recognize the differences so that we can address them properly. First, there's academic anxiety. This type is centered around the fear of not doing well academically. Whether it's about failing an exam, not understanding the course content, or worrying that your performance won't meet the expectations of other family members or even yourself. This can really affect how you approach your studies, and it can impact your confidence. Then there's test anxiety. This one is probably most familiar to all of us. It's the stress we feel before or during exams. It's more specific and can lead to physical symptoms like a racing heart or sweaty palms, and even a mental block where you suddenly forget what you study. Next, social anxiety. This is the fear of interacting with fellow students or asking for help from your lecturers. For some, the thought of even raising their hand in class to ask a question, or posting an email to your lecturers, or joining a discussion group can make them feel really overwhelmed and increase their anxiety. And finally, general anxiety. This refers to a broader feeling of stress that affects day-to-day tasks. It's not tied to one specific situation, but can make it hard to focus or get things done. Now that we've discussed the types of anxiety, let's talk about some effective strategies to manage anxiety. First is time management. Creating a structured study schedule can help you avoid last-minute cramming, which often increases your anxiety. By spreading your workload over time, you're more likely to stay on top of your studies and feel more in control. Next is mindfulness and relaxation techniques. These techniques like deep breathing, meditation, and yoga can help calm your nerves. These strategies help you stay grounded and present so that you can approach your tasks with a clearer and calmer mind. Break your study material into smaller, manageable tasks. When you look at a big assignment or a lot of content to study, it definitely can make us feel overwhelmed. But breaking it into smaller pieces makes it easier to focus, and it feels much more achievable. And use positive talk. We often let negative thoughts like, I can't do this, take over. But it's important to flip the mindset. Instead, remind yourself of your preparation and effort. Affirmation like, I've prepared, I've worked hard, I can. Please always think of positive self-talk. Aside from mental strategies, developing healthy habits is also a key that can help reduce your anxiety. First, physical activity. Engaging regular exercise releases endorphins, which are natural stress relievers. Even light activities, like a brief walk or stretching, can help reduce tension and boost your mood. Next is healthy eating. A balanced diet not only fuels your body, but also your brain. Eating well can improve your concentration and keep your energy levels steady, helping you manage stress more effectively. Sleep is another crucial factor. Pulling all-nighters may seem like a way to get more studying done, but lack of sleep, it actually increases anxiety and reduces your ability to retain information. Aim for consistent, restful sleep to allow your brain to process and recover. And finally, social support is so important. Don't hesitate to reach out to your friends, family, fellow students, and of course us, your lecturers. We're here to help you, to support you in any way that we can. Having this support system can make you feel less isolated and provide emotional encouragement when stress feels overwhelming. And believe me, You're never alone when you are feeling anxious. Many of us have many times that we feel anxious. Reaching out to family, to friends, to fellow students, to your lecturers will make a huge difference. Sometimes, despite using the above personal strategies and healthy habits, it's important to seek professional help when anxiety becomes overwhelming. On-campus counseling services and student support centers are great resources. Many of the institutions, especially UNISA, offer free or low-cost mental health services, including one-on-one counseling, mental health hotlines, and workshops. If you're feeling stuck, they're there to help support you. Participate in our workshops and support groups. These are designed to help students manage anxiety like these, to learn coping techniques and build a sense of community with others feeling similar challenges. And I'm reiterating again, don't underestimate the power of reaching out to your family, your friends, fellow students, and us, your lecturers. I'm saying it again because it's so important. We may not be professionals, but simply just talking about your feelings with those close to you can make a huge difference. Sometimes just having someone listen can alleviate a lot of stress. What's left for me is to wish you success with your studies and your upcoming exams. And remember, as I've said this whole year, nothing comes easy without hard work. We're here to help you. So please never feel hesitant to ask any questions. And again, success with your studies. Have no doubt, with your hard work, you will all succeed. So I thank you for taking the time to join this workshop. And I do believe that we have discussed some important tips to help reduce your anxiety.